Annie takes her hat off and turns on water. There's a cartoon running on TV, and the kids are watching it all together. Dylan is reading Little Prince. Max takes a protein bar. Max is astonished to see her sister. She advises him to take a shower. Morgan is at the radio and asks if everything is all right. He thanks her for taking care of things. She says, "You know that roads are broken. We can't wander around radiation signs as well, so how will we get out of here?" They ask her to open the gate. They have brought all the parts of the crashed plane. They hadn't told them about these before. It was hard to get here. Roads were gone, bridges had flown away, and before them and Logan, there was a real mountain. But they found a way which directed them here. Nobody is out there to help them, but they have to fight together, and they are together to make this impossible possible with their help. They'll fix the plane now and have to fly across those mountains. Morgan comes out and gets to the maintenance area. He radios Grace, and if she's listening, they are preparing to get back home with some newfound people. She doesn't answer and gets outside for her work. John is practicing with his new weapon. He gets to the storeroom to find an alternative to his last broken one. He is trying to take out wood from a floor cleaner. He laughs as Alicia is observing him. They are working on landing gear and propellers. It was Dylan's idea, so it must work. The book says you can see with your heart, but not with your eyes. Al asks him, "Does your heart know how to fix the reduction gear?" They ask Charlie. She tells Sarah that Al has asked how to align planetary gears. She first has to clean it, and oil is leaking. She asks him to bring a beer. Annie asks Dylan who he is talking to. He says they will tell us from there how to fix the plane. Annie is being rude and says these people will go, and our life could be the same as before. Lucy and others leave to fix the plane, and June checks her leg. June says she used to run, but never with such a leg. She needs new shoes and socks, as her boyfriend says that survival starts with socks. He's here. They're thinking to head back and look for Sherry and bring her back before the plane flies. They are ready to test their plane. She starts the propellers, but after a while, it starts making noise and brakes. They're all fine, and it was the reduction gear. They don't have another propeller. Morgan kills incoming undead. Grace asks on the radio for Morgan or Alicia. She wants a generator and asks him to fill gas in it and keep it prepared to be transported to the plant. There's something wrong there, and radiation might leak again. John collects fuel. According to the note, Sherry went west, but Dwight has already checked that side. John says, "When there are extra eyes, it helps you see better." He asks how they separated. Dwight says they had already separated before separating here. John tells him that June confessed her love for the first time using these. Dwight says you're lucky because, with these circumstances, you didn't change, break, or get corrupt. John says before the apocalypse, the world broke me, but nothing hurt him more than being without June. Grace tells Alicia that she took the second reactor offline, but it's leaving heat and the cooling runner generator has failed, so theirs is needed. By all this will get them a little more time, and they have to be quicker with the plane. Lucy tells Vic that they're going offline. They check the North Strip and the airport in the east, but the planes were all junked up. Charlie says we'll find a way. While Vic complains, Charlie says you are not the only one who didn't get onto the plane. Vic says our brewer at least had the advantage of self-sacrifice. Sarah says now he's dead. He didn't give up till the last. Charlie takes Jim's magazine and shows him. Sarah is amazed by this. Grace and Morgan are here. He'll help her remove cars. They need to wear suits. Al, who is fixing the plane, asks about John. Al is a little upset and says if she could have stopped that helicopter from taking off, they would have been home by now. June says once I talked to you and you didn't record, it gave her a lot of help, and she is here for her now. Anne asks Dylan and Max to leave since, last time when the reactor leaked, the forest saved them. Dylan and Max insist, but she thinks she has the only right to make decisions for them. Dwight is here with a killed man. It was here when Dwight came here last time. He tells that he has her ring because she had to give it up to save his life. He's alive just because of her. He owes his life to her. He needs luck like John. He's feeling slightly disappointed. John finds a note and needs a pencil. He finds one, rubs it on the page, and finds out Sherry was here. Anne is packing. Alicia says, "So you'll leave as you left before?" Anne doesn't answer. Alicia will let her take a car if she gives a single reason for not staying here. She says her family and 12 other families lived there, and they all got turned. Some people went to take supplies, and a herd of undead followed them. And this time, unusually, they didn't take care of safety. Those undead were unusual and were from the power plant. When they thought the wall would fall, The kids went into the forest with eating supplies. They used to do it before as well. After 3 nights of waiting, she solely went to camp. They were alive, but they were sick. They didn't even let her into the cabin and took her promise to take care of all the other kids. So she's doing it. Alicia says she really gets it. She remembers her mom's last statement every day. She says, but are you really protecting them? Or is it just easier to be surrounded by undead than humans? She leaves the last decision to her. Dwight says she was here and still might be. John checks the car from inside and finds a letter. He calls him but stops and reads it. She killed that man inside since he was about to kill her. She doesn't want to lose him. He should stop looking for her, and she's leaving, and this is her last letter. Grace says there's another suit in the back. He checks his old weapon and tells that the person who taught him to use this helped him when death was the only way. He keeps it back. Grace has to do it. She says there's no other suit. She says he can't go with her. She says you're a kind-hearted man who's trying to make up for his mistake, and we both are doing the same here. She starts the truck and leaves. Lucy gets outside and goes to Alicia. She asks Annie. Victor is on the radio. He says, you have a sweet tone of a songbird. He has found a way. Alicia says, what are you talking about? He asks them to look above toward the sky. They are coming from the sky in Augie Owl's flying balloon. Sarah and Wendell are cleaning the runway back at home. Lucy says the kids should watch it too. As she gets inside, they are gone, and so is the key. Alicia tells Morgan that they have gone, and she's going behind them. Dwight is happy to know that she was here and has found supplies as well. He asks if he found anything in the car. He lies to him. Victor is short on fuel and has to touch down soon. They will not make it across the trees. He starts lowering it and they are landing in a contaminated area. Alicia is here looking for Annie, Max, and the other kids, but here so many undead have blocked her way. She is going inside, and so is Morgan. He tells Victor and Charlie not to kill any undead at any cost. They are down and all right, but surrounded by radiated undead, and Charlie remembers what Morgan told them.